What is going on, snipers? Naeem Al-Obeidi here. I hope you're all enjoying your day today. Let's go ahead and just dive right into our daily cryptocurrency content and analytics for today. We're going to be diving into some headlines, including a recent headline of all Tethers USDT being backed by actual USD reserves being confirmed by an auditing firm. That is great news for this market because there have been a lot of speculations on Bitcoin's price being artificially inflated by the Tether currency. So that's going to be really great. And we're also going to be looking at some upcoming projects that I'm personally starting to research into alongside with some technical analysis of the current market right now. So let's go ahead and just dive right into our Bitcoin technical analysis. And we're also going to be taking some live audience questions later in this video. But you can see here, we are starting this sort of reversal process here, knowing that we're now above this red line here. This represents the EMA, or the exponential moving average. And the way that you can utilize this indicator is by looking at where the price levels are in coordinates with that line. So for example, if your price levels are below that EMA or the exponential moving average, then that means that you're most likely going to be seeing a bearish scenario in the near future. But if your price levels are above your EMA, then that is a bullish sign that we're most likely going to see further price highs. However, we want to really see nice bounces on this EMA. So you can see right now, we've still got a little bit of these candlestick wicks penetrating below that EMA, and I'd like to see something a little bit more significant like this here before really saying that this is going to be a bullish scenario in the next coming weeks. And what I'll also tell you is this: if you're not dollar cost averaging your positions into Bitcoin right now, I think it's a fair time to start doing so. You know, you've probably kept fiat on the side for the majority of this decline, and I think now is a good time to start putting in those positions to expect to start gaining some Bitcoin for your long-term investments. And knowing that Bitcoin will typically see a spike in volume when we're going to be confirming this reversal, we want to be in the market while that spike is present. Like for example, when this huge pop here occurred here, where we went from right around 6,800 all the way up to around 7,900, almost $1,000 gain here within a day, you want to have positions in Bitcoin over here before this exponential run-up occurred. And that's why dollar cost averaging is such a good technique. And other than that, looking at Bitcoin's RSI, one positive thing about the RSI right now, as you can see, we're well and above 40 right now. Hopefully, if we are going to start seeing a little bit of decline here, we're going to bounce on top of 40, seeing that as the next support level for this RSI. And that's what I'm watching right now for Bitcoin, just keeping things simple here. Understanding here, we've already seen this MACD crossover. It was pretty violent, but you can see we had a violent MACD crossover here, but we still went ahead and reversed back down. So we want to make sure that this is a confirmation that we're most likely going to see this go into these further highs. And I really wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin start to now form another little fractal formation here, similar to what we saw here, where we saw that fake out once, and then that second one was really that confirmation to that further breakout. So right now you can see we faked out once, and now it's whether or not this is going to be the major run back up. And it's going to be exciting to see that. We do have some headlines in accordance to this. You can see here, it says, Bitcoin price near bottom as selling has become exhausted, says market strategist. And if you were to go in this article, you can see here, it quotes here from Blue Line Futures president. I like to say that a bottom is a process, not a price. Now that the price and volatility have come back down to earth, this bottoming process can begin. I see significant upside from here in the long term. And what he's talking about is the bottoming process for Bitcoin to go ahead and find a strong support level. And I wouldn't be surprised for these levels to be that specific realm, because you can see here, every time we've approached these levels, we've seen some sharp pullbacks to positive price levels. So that's what I'm watching here for Bitcoin. And now let's talk about our topic for today, our main headline here. All USDT being backed by actual USD reserves here, confirmed by the new independent report. You can see in this article, it talks about the report confirming that all USDT in circulation are backed by existing USD reserves as of June 1st this year. The firm was granted full access to all bank information and corresponding documentation. So that's a very positive sign for Tether. And the reason being is because a lot of people said that Tether was artificially pumping this market in December and January, and that whole run up to 20,000 was really manipulated. But in reality, this is a little bit more assuring, knowing that Tether actually has USD being backed by each one of their USDT currencies. So it makes sense now why you haven't really seen USDT fall. And it's something that I've talked about months ago, knowing that Brock Pierce is in support of USDT. I've had the chance to be with Brock Pierce in several occasions, and knowing, the amount of genuinity and how ethical and moral that individual is and his involvement with Tether, I was very confident months back that USDT was a safe option. And of course, there was all this controversy, and now finally that's been confirmed, and that's a great thing. So let's talk about an upcoming project that I am starting to look into. I haven't looked much into this. I am just now starting my research, but I figured why not tell everyone what's on my mind, what I'm looking at, because I might as well have you guys research it with me. You can see here Enigma announcing a collaboration with Intel, and I went and I looked a little bit deeper into what Enigma is. You can see it's number 79 on CoinMarketCap, only $126 million market cap, very similar to where Zilliqa was when we found it around 4 cents, and then it shot up to 14 cents, seeing almost triple or quadruple gains in a short amount of time. So I'm looking at Enigma as a potential project to start dollar cost averaging into. You can see here, we haven't seen any sort of crazy spike here with the price. All-time highs were right around $8 here. You can see it's currently at $1.68. They just had a partnership with Intel, and things are looking good. We're only 17% up in the past 24 hours. That might seem like something significant, but it's really only the people that have only heard about it so far. I wouldn't be surprised for this coin to see maybe 100, 200, 300% gains over the next 3 or 4 weeks once we expect more liquidity to come to this market, because that's what we expect in this cryptocurrency market. That's why it's so great and so different than traditional markets. So do we have any live audience questions, by the way, as we go through the next headline here? Crypto Boy says, lag, lag, lag. Sorry for the lags here. Let's see here. Chardan says 167 watching, only 15 likes. What's up? Come on, y'all. If you guys enjoy these live shows and you want them to continue, feel free to support SnipersTube and like this video. That would mean a ton. Zane W says, hey Naeem, hope all is well. What do you think about TUSDT pairing on Binance? Seems kind of odd. The only reason I think you would want to make that trade is to get out of TUSD and into USD. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. At this point, knowing that USDT is backed, I don't see an issue with using USDT pairings at this point. So yeah, you have TUSD coming out. You've got USDC coming out, being created by Circle, backed by JP Morgan. That's going to be an interesting stable currency. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but JP Morgan, a bank, is actually creating their own stable currency, being backed by reserves in their bank. And that's going to be interesting to see. And it's all going to be done through a partnership with Circle. If you guys don't know, Circle was one of the first companies to launch the ability for you to buy Bitcoin on your iPhone, and then they eventually stopped that feature, and then we saw the market go up. So that was a bad business decision by that CEO. But anyways, Mr. Nice Guy says, love catching the live shows. Drop a like for the man. Thank you, brother. Art by Mike says, keep killing it, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tom Moss says, what's your prediction for market cap by the end of the year? Listen, I'm still expecting a $1 trillion market cap, and I'm expecting it really fast. I think as soon as we start getting more of these confirmations about regulations and things of that nature, we're just going to see money start pouring into this market just like we saw in December. Think about how fast December occurred. We went from like 200 billion all the way to 800-900 billion in a matter of weeks. So you can just imagine how much more speed we can see now, knowing that there's institutional interest this time. Now people are actually aware of Bitcoin. Just understand that when we went to 20,000, that was just the beacon of hope to all of these great entrepreneurs and investors that have the capital to invest. They just saw Bitcoin hit 20,000. None of them invested into it because nobody knew that it was going to hit 20,000. But now that people know the potential, there's going to be so much more interest. So as soon as we start to see regulations starting to become in accordance with allowing this industry to mature and be more legal and clear and concise, I believe that we'll see institutional money start coming into this market. If you agree with me, put in the chat or in the comments below. If not, tell me what your rebuttal is. Zane W says, yep, 1 trillion this year for sure, then to true trillion shortly thereafter. Very possible, especially when you're looking at traditional markets like gold, right? Over 7 trillion. Or you look at residential real estate, over 25 trillion, right? So you've got all of these large industries here. Johan saying, yes, I'm so much looking forward to the next explosive bull market. I love it here. So Enigma is the coin I'm going to be watching over the next few days here. And then to wrap up this baby here, check this headline out. I actually have a speaking engagement coming up at the University of Southern California, or I'm not sure where. Let me see here. I'm actually speaking at UCLA. I'm sorry. Wow, blonde moment, even though I have black hair. But anyways, I'm speaking at UCLA today. I spoke yesterday, and I'm going to be posting the actual talk on YouTube for you guys to see. And it's just a little bit of, you know, an educational panel that I'm doing at the college. But it's pretty cool because, you know, I started in the cryptocurrency sphere just really with my own passion. You know, I used Bitcoin very early on because I wasn't able to use PayPal. And I just went on Google and I searched how to accept online payments without PayPal, and then this thing called Bitcoin came up, and this was like around 2010. It was really early, and from there it started my journey. And then 2014 I gotten back into cryptocurrencies, knowing that we, you know, saw Bitcoin hit 1,000 from 300, and, you know, at that point I saw the growth, and that's when I started trading, eventually becoming a full-time trader, and then starting our YouTube channel to help everyone based upon the success that I had. And, you know, now speaking at a university, it's pretty cool, and I thank you all so much for the support and, you know, constantly just being here and watching and trusting our analysis. You know, it means a lot. So thank you all. Yeko says, yes, thanks for everything, Naeem. For sure. Absolutely. It's awesome. Zane says, you're going to help me become wealthy, learning so much from your Discord community. Yes, 100%. If you guys are not in our Discord community, the link is in the description below. It's a free community for cryptocurrency investors, 24/7 community. We have analysts there 24/7 as well. And we have a premium group where we post daily market updates, health updates, trend signals. And I'd highly recommend just trying that out for a month at least, just so you can see what type of value we provide, because it's insane. You can just make your money back from the premium membership subscription just by using our airdrop alerts, right? We're doing that for all of our rubies and above. And if you guys want to become a premium, it's at patreon.com/snipers. So the link is in the description for that. But other than that, let's finish off with this article. And I have a question for all of you. I want you guys to answer this in the chat or in the comments. But EOS versus ETH, is EOS really the Ethereum killer it's hyped up to be? What do you all think? Put it in the comments or the chat below. There's this awesome article here. I highly recommend you guys check it out. I actually have it in the description if you guys want to look at it. I'm not going to go through everything, but we all know EOS centralized, 21 nodes, a lot faster and more efficient than Ethereum. Ethereum, more decentralized, nodes spread across thousands and thousands of people across the world. Not as fast, right? Two different de-application platforms. Do you guys believe that EOS is going to become more prominent than Ethereum? You know, my opinion is, I think, and you guys can agree or disagree, is that we're going to see two different niches open up, right? Almost like Microsoft and Apple, right? If you want decentralization within your platform, then Ethereum is probably the best bet because their nodes are spread across thousands of people. It might not be as fast, but you have the decentralized aspect. But then I think for supply chain use cases and things of that nature, we'll start to see a lot of these companies going on EOS where they don't really need that decentralized aspect. They just want the blockchain and ledger and just having the immutable aspects to, you know, the blockchain. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this live stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm going to head over to this talk that I'm going to be giving, and until our next show, snipers out.